Okay, guys, here we go. We are just about ready. We have EnigMatic, Xeno, and our guest commentator, Corarium here. Oh, guys, come into the Moonberry voice chat if you're not already.
Hello?
Oh, hey, is that Carrie?
That's me.
Hey, welcome in, Carrie.
Hello. Oh, I've been dragged. Oh, okay, we're here.
Okay, everybody's here. Welcome in, guys. We got, once again, we got Carrie here co-commentating EnigMatic and Xenoris Racing.
Yeah. Hello, Hello.
Hello.
Thank you guys for taking part. Again, this category is called All Red Berries, and I'm not super familiar with the category, so I'm going to rely on the runners and Carrie to kind of help us learn a little bit about the category and how it works. But I think the guidelines will remain the same. Let's take a look at those again. We're going to ready up before each level. When ready, we're going to go to the postcard screen. I'm going to do a countdown of 3, 2, 1, go. After each level, we will open up the journals and take a look and see who's ahead. And again, Prologue and Summit don't have postcard screens, so we're going to ready up at the climb screen. Does that all still apply for All Red Berries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
much?
right
Okay.
to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Core is involved, but they have the same. Core's beginning is the same as Prologue, where you can just skip the starting cutscene.
Oh, I
so
see.
We
Okay.
could probably just record the same as Prologue.
Oh, Xenoris, you do 6A, right?
I do 6A. Do you 6?
Okay.
Do 6B?
No, we both do 6A.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great.
All right.
Perfect. ARB hype in chat. So it looks like we're
Let's
ready to
get
go.
this
Both runners are ready. So I'll do a
Yes.
countdown, and we'll begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck. Have fun.
Best of luck, you two. Be good.
Good luck.
So here's the thing. Here's some things you need to know about all red berries. First of all, probably you want to know about the berries and about collecting the berries. In order to collect a berry, you have to be on what's called safe ground for 9 consecutive frames. And if you have another berry when you picked up the berry, you need to be on safe ground for 18 total frames, which kind of leads to a little bit of like maybe strat changes if you want to make sure that you're getting all the berries, because if you die while holding berries, those berries go back to where they go, and that is awful depending on how far you get into a level. Safe ground is things like if you're on platforms, moving platforms, stuff of that nature. That's not safe ground, so you need to be standing on like solid ground.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's cool.
One thing that is notable is that we will save and quit here in City 2 times actually.
Yes.
So the question would be, shall we wait for each other or shall we just go on?
I would say just
I think
go on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, don't wait. Just go ahead through, and we'll just meet up at the end of City.
All right.
Sounds good.
Enigmatic, is your screen okay?
Yep, I'm doing good.
Okay, there we go. I don't know, for some reason. Okay, so let's get to those.
Yeah.
Let's get to those postcard screens, and we'll count down into City and take a look at what getting all red berries in City looks like.
Collect a cherub. I coaxed.
Okay, looks like both runners are ready. Let's begin City in 3, 2, 1, go.
So as Xeno said, there's going to be 2 instances in City where these 2 are going to save and quit. The reason being that for one of the berries, it saves the heart cutscene because they're going to be collecting the blue heart. We do have to get to core, so we need 4 hearts along the way. And there is a red berry right by where the heart's located, so it's just easy to get both at the same time. The other one will be later in Chasm because they're going to be straying fairly far from the checkpoint, but the checkpoint is closer to the intended route to get to the end, so it just makes sense to save and quit, or no, return to map in order to head back there. But
now, Carrie, you have a similar time for all red berries, right?
sort of. The last run that I did, I had a 1:15 this week I've been doing a lot of practice. If you handed me a controller and said go play ARB, I could probably get myself to like a 107.
Nice.
But you know, I can say that reasonably confidently, but the second that a berry leaves my person, I'm probably just going to like break down. So on Enig's screen here, you see him trying to basically input the heart code on the way to the heart.
Oh, that's what it was. Spoilers,
So-
guys. There's a code, like you dash in certain directions in order to unlock this heart. So I
Yes,
guess-
most people will get to the computer and just do it in that little block, but as soon as you enter the screen, if you start inputting the correct dashes, if you're at a certain point in the screen, you will still cause the
Wow,
hard
that's
cutscene
very
to
cool.
start, and thus you can basically get the berry and the heart around the same time. Also with the help of a very well-timed retry, which will skip the cutscene entirely.
Incredible. I mean, I'm seeing this, and my immediate thought, being someone who only has ever run any percent, is I feel like the routing would take the longest, figuring out where to go. And I mean, this is a huge game when you talk about all the different screens, especially I think about levels like Mirror Temple, where they're very kind of a twisting and turning and secret routes. So I think like routing, it's got to be difficult.
It's honestly not that bad. You kind of learn it on the fly.
Yeah,
Like with any percent, at first you don't know where to go, but play it 2 or 3 times and then you have a route.
Yeah, true. And there's
Well-
also, one of the best things is just all the resources that the Celeste speedrunning community provide, and I'm sure there's a ton of tutorials and people willing to help you out too if you want to learn this category.
Enig unfortunately showing the heartbreak that is all red berries, in that
Ooh.
those deaths that Barry had to go back, he had to go back to the same screen twice
Oh,
to collect it and go back again.
So by not collecting it, it's just you're just moving too fast to collect it, like you said, with the safety frames.
Yeah, basically if you're going like really fast, doing a lot of like hyper bunny hops or like wave dashes and stuff like that, you're not on the ground for those 9 frames that you need to collect it. So the longer that you're holding onto a berry, you need to consider, okay, I'm clearly going fast because I have the berry, but if I make one mistake, that berry is gone.
Wow, correct, yeah. That's something I never really considered, so that's really cool.
Nice left side.
Looks like Xeno is through.
He is
Yes.
through.
Very nicely done. What are the most difficult levels for ARB?
probably core, since you don't play it in any percent, and well, I guess we all started with any percent. So this is the only chapter you need to learn completely anew, and it has the infamous ice skip,
Yes.
which I'm still not consistent with.
Core is definitely one of them. There's only 5 berries in core, but one of the strats that you use to collect the berries requires a lot of inputs. I'd also say that Temple is not extremely difficult necessarily, but there's just so many of them and so many places that you have to so many nooks and crannies that it could be very easy to forget where one is.
Yeah, happened to me way too often.
Prof in the chat recommends enabling file timer. If you guys, we can do that after this next level here. Looks like both
yeah.
runners are ready to drop in. After this level, remind us again. We'll get file timer on. So let's get started here. Old site beginning in 3, 2, 1, go.
Aleph and Matt are saying that Summit Arb is also one of the hardest ILs, which is true in that there's 47 berries. So
Wow.
there's a lot to collect. So I believe as our runners said earlier, they don't do 6B. So one of the options to get a red heart is to get the hearts for core is to get the heart at the beginning of old site, which Xeno is doing right now. There are other options depending on how you want to go about it. The world record holder of all red berries, Bubai, the one of Bubs Drop, Lakada de Bubs, has said that the old site berry, if you're not doing 6B, is the slowest, but that really depends on your comfort level with 6B.
And so it just happened really fast, but EnigMatic showing me something that I kind of forgot. There's certain berries where you have to collect these like seeds. How does that work?
So seeded berries are exactly as you kind of said. There's berry seeds all over the screen. You need to collect all of them. Most of the time, if I believe, you have 9 frames on the ground for the seeds to reset back to where they are. But if you move upward from the ground while you're having the seed, they'll reset immediately. So there is a little bit of wiggle room depending on how you're going through it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are seeds just fluttered around the screen, and you have to collect them. It's almost it is just an added difficulty than a normal berry.
Are there any other berries, or is it just the seeded ones and then just the regular collectible ones?
The wing berries.
Oh, that's right, wing berries. Yeah.
The wing berries, which are dashless. When you enter a room and you see the berry, you cannot dash. You can dash through the screen transition and it won't count. Which is how I believe the runners probably got one of the wing berries in Chasm in Forsaken City. But when you're in the screen, the first dash you input on that screen will cause the berry to want to fly away. But those are the main 3.
Okay.
Since it's all red berries, we do not have to worry about the infamous golden berries.
Yeah, or the moonberry.
Or the moonberry. No hundo here.
So that's is that true ending? What's the category for that? Does true ending get the moonberry?
The moonberry has no bearing on true ending. True ending is just finishing farewell.
Oh, I see.
You don't have to get the moonberry, but the moonberry is involved in 100%.
Oh, okay.
In true ending, you collect 4 hearts to unlock core, and then you can then you beat core, unlock farewell, skip the heart gate in farewell, and finish the chapter. In Hundo, you collect all the berries, complete all the B-sides, complete all the C-sides, and get the moonberry at the end of farewell.
Insane. Both runners here are like neck and neck towards the end of this chapter.
They actually are.
Very, very close.
If anyone was there, Chai Kitty just actually broke his own world record for 100% with a sub 143.
Yeah.
Which is
give it up
ridiculous.
for Chai Kitty, absolute legendary gamer. I saw the tweet. It's seriously next level stuff. Also, he was one of the first and only ones to have a 202 berries run.
Yeah, that is a very niche category.
Yeah, not many in that category.
So in this screen, as we just saw with Enig and Xeno's working on it, this is one of the wing berries. There is a setup on this screen to do a spike jump off the left side. It involves a little bit of like coyote frames, but there's other options to do it. Xeno's got an interesting setup here with the wave dash. I never considered that one before.
Yeah, I kind of discovered that on the fly.
Hey, it works.
Yeah, since I struggle with the spike jump, as you can see. Probably because I just learned it yesterday or the day before. Oh, channel.
Enig going for the heart after finishing up the rest of the chapter. That is new. I've not seen that one happen.
That's a strat.
That is a strat.
I forgot.
What happened?
I forgot.
Oh, you forgot?
That's it. I forgot strat.
I was curious. I was just like, you said you don't do 6B, so like, what heart are you going for?
If you guys haven't already, go ahead and activate file timer.
Yeah.
and head to the journal so we can compare time.
Yes, please. Okay, so it looks like EnigMatic with a total of 912 and Xeno with an 841. So pretty close.
Pretty close. There is plenty of time for that to get completely annihilated.
Really,
There is-
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. We still have, how does math work? Like 135 berries to go. 137 berries to go. I know how to math.
Lots of berries left. Let's, okay, ready up when you're ready on the postcard screens. We'll count it down into Resort.
I'm ready.
Same.
Okay, here we go. Resort begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
So Resort. How do the runners feel about Resort, Arb?
Hate it.
I took a while to learn.
They hate it.
Hate it. What is it about Resort?
So the way that I would put it is that Resort's the first level where you really feel like you're going out of the way. Like Site and City are reasonably tight chapters. With City, you can, return to map and save and quit, and you're good. And Site's not too branching off of paths, but like where Xeno is right now, there's like a berry that requires you to go in and around to get. And it feels very out of the way, and there's other berries you have to collect along the way. And it's really where you start to implement the first like instances of big strats.
So these these long detours you have to take.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. Yeah, so
Also,
you can see
there
already,
are some tricky berries you can forget. Like
Absolutely.
the one at the beginning of Huge Mess. Where you actually have to get one of the 3 ways and then come back to the first screen in Huge Mess and get a hidden berry, which is not obvious when you first play the game.
And this is
And
an
also
instance.
Easy to forget.
This is an instance where, say, like returning to map, like the checkpoints don't really help. Like once you get Huge Mess, if you returned to map and started Huge Mess again, like you basically it doesn't really help you all that much. You have to. Oh, I love this strat. If you do, so what Xeno's doing right now, if you do a wall bounce at the very end, you can actually jump over all of those dust bunnies and collect the berry.
Wow.
Instead of going the left side and collecting the dash crystals along the way.
Yeah.
And again,
Also hate this
Yasik.
berry. This
Ah,
berry is so
no. Yeah, just no.
Just no.
Tried it for quite a while.
I believe you. It's a tough strat.
What were you trying?
Yasig. For those who don't know, Yasig is Jasig, and it stands for just another strat, I guess. And Bubs says himself, it's a very feel-based strat. Like, so when the world record holder is saying it's a very feel-based strat, you know it's a difficult strat. It requires like a wave dash into 2 consecutive corner boosts, and then holding jump and corner boosting off something else, and you get an insane amount of speed and can get one of those berries that's at the top of the screen they just passed.
What screen are we talking about?
When you pass the platforms, those 3 moving platforms with the dust bunnies, and then you go left to get that one berry with the crumbling platforms.
Yeah.
As you're exiting and you do all these crazy inputs, you get a ridiculous amount of speed, and then get that berry at the top of the screen right before the key room.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think I've never seen that before.
Well, it's because it's very hard to do.
Probably.
Oh, nice grab there by EnigMatic. Snatching that flying berry out of the air.
That berry is fickle.
So the berries, they fly away, but you can kind of grab them before they leave the screen, right?
Yep, with good timing, you can just grab them with enough speed and location. All right, so we're gonna start to see Enig go back through towels. The reason is he's gonna go get the heart, And you'll see why we're getting the heart and doing this instead of just going. Well, you'll just find out. It's very cool if you haven't seen it before. So there's the heart.
He hit the screen transition there for some reason.
And then boom, save and quit. Boom, and look where you are.
Whoa, is that
Now you're in.
due to the screen transition that he grabbed there?
Yeah, I think the screen transition must have something to do with it. But you basically warp back into chests.
Whoa.
And it saves in Oshiro cutscene, and yeah, it is not viable for any percent, but it's very good fraud. And also true ending, and really anything that requires you to.
Yeah, the way why this works is because the game doesn't expect you to come back into this room and doesn't have a designated spawn point.
That's true.
And so it just puts you to the nearest, which is on the top, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you leave that room on the left side, if you don't get back up in time to go back into the heart room, it'll actually close up underneath you or above you, so you won't be able to have any way back in. I've had that unfortunately happen to me before. So Majama, what are your thoughts on Arb so far watching it?
Oh man, I'm just like mesmerized. Honestly, it's I remember even like casually and watching people play this game, you know, some of the hearts are just tough to get. Like some of them are just hard. Like I know there's one coming up in particular. I don't know exactly the name of the room, but I'll tell you when you get there. Both runners now actually on the exact same screens, almost the exact same pace, but yeah, it's definitely an insane category, to be honest. Oh, this is the heart I was thinking about.
Oh yeah.
So
There's
difficult
actually
to get. Oh wow, that was really.
It looks difficult until you see the strat and you go, oh, that's actually incredibly easy.
I've never seen that strat before, and it's okay, that's very easy.
When I was doing a second casual playthrough, I kind of forgot how to get that berry, and was unsure what to do. And then the second I saw that, I think I was watching Chai Kitty do it, and I was just like, oh, that is much easier. I'm just
so much easier.
Instead. So this room that Enning's in can be very fickle, but a runner like him can make it look incredibly easy.
And again, we saw the two berries at the same time, which it looks cool, but it can be dangerous, as Carrie was saying earlier. It's if you take a death, both those berries are going to reset to the spots where you pick them up.
Well, in that room too, those berries won't collect. There's some instances where the berry will not be collected until you reach a certain point in the room, and that is one of them. So you can collect that first berry that like Xeno's grabbing, and you won't actually collect it even for as long as you're standing on the ground. It's not until you really leave that area entirely that the berries collect.
Are there any like unintentional like one-ups in this run?
No.
Nah, not really.
Okay.
Especially not for a race.
Maybe at best you might have a decent berry train in like site or city, but nothing along the lines of resort. Now both runners are in presidential suite. There are 3 berries here. Enig got the first one. If you time a super dash really well, you can jump over those dust bunnies and get that berry.
Yeah, this is the hardest one in suit.
Yeah, the other 2 are fairly simple. It's just you have to deal with Oshiro along the way. Oh no!
Did not get. Oh well. Now we have a problem. Damn it.
Xeno missed the key.
I missed the key.
Can he go back and get it?
Nope.
Oh.
Wait. Actually, I wanted to go for the berry again, but I already have it.
Nicely done. EnigMatic is through, and Xeno now just cleaning up.
Resort is like way too long of a chapter for there to only be 25 berries. It feels like there should be so much more, but I'm also glad that it's only 25.
Yeah, I mean, Summit's got to be like by far the most berries, right?
47.
Insane. And you thought Summit was long before?
Yes.
Any percent. Okay, both runners through. GG, guys. GG.
GG's.
GG.
All right, Enig at 17 minutes and 32 seconds.
Wow. Xeno 1746. We're talking about 10 seconds? Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
like, yeah. Doesn't take much. Like now it's shifted, but it's still a really close game. So
Incredible.
like, you don't know what's gonna happen in red.
What is interesting to mention too for the up runs is that deaths are way more punishing than in any percent.
Oh yeah.
And you go way out of the way, and also you lose the berry. So
Oh,
yeah.
right. Crazy. Okay.
dying is not good.
Dying is not good. It's never good, but it's even worse in all red berries.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
looks
true.
like both runners are ready to get into Golden Ridge here. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
So I'm just curious, Majama, and maybe to chat, how many berries have you collected thus far in Celeste?
Oh,
just
that's a
even
great-
casually.
That's a great question. Chat, if you're a Celeste player, go ahead and put your berry total. Put your berry total in there. Comment says 4.
4.
I have 190.
Nice. I think I'm at 195.
Markers 198. Asmio 121. Waterstone 182.
Sal says 202.
Wow, 202. Sal, you legend. Axel 177. Aleph 195. Payok 186. Matt the Man 178. Water with Flavor 183. Comment for Real 198.
Oh, runners are pretty synced up right now.
Grows Hiken 202. Another 2. Wow, legends in
Gross.
chat.
What's up, Gross?
Legends in chat. 202 berries for anybody
Yeet.
who doesn't know is the maximum number of berries and requires you to do one of the most difficult tasks in probably, I don't know, all of gaming is to complete Farewell Deathless.
Without dying.
Deathless Farewell. So 202 is an absolutely top tier gamer achievement. Give it up for these guys.
Both runners got the seeded berry there pretty well. That one can be a bit harder than it lets off. There's crazy wind once you get the first seed and you have to adjust. Oh, Shrine. We love Shrine. Shrine contains a bunch of berries, and you're going to see a lot of very fun strats as you go through this screen because it's very auto-scroller heavy, and auto-scrollers are slow. We don't want to use those.
All my homies hate auto-scrollers.
We all hate auto-scrollers.
Shit.
Both players again here, neck and neck.
Yeah, you can just do a nice little extended off of that block and just yeet yourself to the other side of the screen.
I remember this section casually was pretty tricky too, just learning it, figuring it out. Both runners here making it look easy.
Very easy. Do it. Nice. So that berry that Enig just collected, you can basically like wall bounce off the left side, and with a well-timed dash, can just kind of corner boost yourself. Not corner boost, but like you get like a little course correction and can land on the right side. And now we're collecting the heart.
Spoilers for collecting this heart. You just crouch onto that white block and it puts you into like the background, and then you can easily just jump up and grab it.
We love Super Mario around here.
Super Mario shoutouts to Super Mario 3.
I think it is 3, yes. Enig going for first blockless.
Oh, very close. This is a really tricky. This is the ceiling pop strat that we talked about actually in a Speed School episode. You guys just saw a few minutes ago.
Xeno getting it first try. And both runners through. Old Trail definitely has a couple of difficult berries in it, but is much more linear than Shrine. Biggest Smoke Pigs fan says Arb looks tough. It can be. Highly recommend if you have any interest in Arb to just do it casually. Find out where all the berries are first. And then if you have any interest, start looking up strats later.
Xeno collecting that berry on like 1 pixel? What was that?
I have actually no idea how much. How lenient this is, but it's easy. You just gotta dash up and the wind pushes you
Oh, there you
onto
go,
the
yeah.
ledge, so you can just retry. It's easy. It's
Enig did it too.
According to the Arb Bible, as I'm going to call it, you touch the dash crystal, dash up, and hold right, and you should be able to land and collect that berry. It looks very difficult, and both runners going for.
Nice.
Do we consider this blockless? Is it called blockless?
I don't know what that one's called.
I
That's not
have no
blockless.
idea how you
Okay.
call it.
Oh no, that's right. That makes sense because we're using the block.
It's some block.
Some
A little bit of block.
block required. Whoa, Enig, what did you just do there?
It's in the art Bible.
Any spike jumps? Oh my god, I didn't
Okay.
even know that one existed. Okay, dude. And now we're into Cliff Face. But before we get through like the really windy parts of Cliff Face, we gotta get this particular berry.
Safe to say there's a lot of advanced movement techniques all over this run. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of like corner boosting.
Yep.
You really have to be, I would imagine, pretty well versed with all the advanced movements.
Yeah.
Yes, to get around the time of Enig and Xeno, you're gonna need to have a pretty well.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to start knowing how to do a couple of.
You're gonna need the whole library, ultras, corner boosts, wall bounces.
Getting a decent any percent really helps.
That's
Because
true.
You're still playing the same game, so yeah, you will still see the same rooms and can use the same strats as an any percent. Oh shit. Come on.
Now we reach the last berry.
Ooh, Xeno taking the death
Oh.
there. Allowing EnigMatic to grab. Wow, but still,
It's
I'm
gonna
blown
be
away how
incredibly
incredibly
close.
close this has been so
This
far.
is
Honestly, this is
unreal.
insane.
24:43 on the chapter complete for Enig.
Wow.
And 24:54 for Xeno.
10 seconds. About 10 seconds.
So
Honestly, the one death at the end.
if this comes down to
Yes.
core, I will cry for the both of you.
This is insanely close. Wow.
It comes down to ice skip.
Yeah, it all comes down to ice skip. So,
I'm seeing 46 deaths so far on Enig's side and 28 for Xeno.
well, there you can see that Enig is just better with the strats.
Well, yeah, listen.
I mean,
you
more
don't-
death and
you're
still
not-
the same time means he is faster in general.
But if you're not consistent with the strats, then
Yeah, dying
That's-
still
that's
means
over
that you're
time,
not
I guess.
consistent with it. It's either a really hard strat or you're not consistent with it.
I mean, it's
Sometimes
the
it
same
can be
thing,
both.
Yeah, at some point you need to learn them, and at first, of course, you will fail, but over the time we will get more consistent. So,
be proud of your death count.
Exactly.
Okay, looks like both runners are in position here for the next level. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, tempo is a chapter where you will probably forget the most berries.
For sure. And the start is actually just chock full of them. You'll see that the very first one requires us to go left, back to the gondola, where this nice little berry is just hiding in a little corner. But once we hit that button and enter the next room, all bets are off. There are a bunch of berries hidden in this little small section. And a lot of these puzzles look very difficult, but the runners are probably going to make it look incredibly easy.
So do both runners, for the most part, have the same, do most runners have the same routes?
I think if you have put some effort into learning the run, I think a lot of the mid to top level routes will probably look very similar.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, yeah.
I think of it this way: the world record is so optimized that it would be hard to imagine going with any other route.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not you can hit some of the strats that the sub 50 runners can get.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of trust that route.
Where does 1 hour stack up in terms of times? Is it considered like very fast or average fast?
I think so. I think an hour is actually is a well-respected time.
Yeah, it's the first time you can get noticed for ARP, really.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, since you can get sub 110 without knowing much of the strats, but getting sub 1 is actually hard. So you need to learn. You really need to learn strats and practice stuff.
Tom says Bubs loses 2 seconds in huge mess to routing. So forget anything I just said and don't listen to Bubs. Is what I got out of this.
Pickle Chris, Bubs is bad.
He'd tell you himself. All right, we are entering depths where there's still a decent amount of berries to be collected. Once we get past depths, it gets a little bit less in berryage. Matt the Man says sub hour is definitely like a mid-low 30 any percent.
Oh, wow.
That's actually a very good comparison.
I'd agree with that.
I think I've heard someone say you can compare any percent to ARP times by just doubling your any percent time. And I think it fares up pretty well.
That would make sense. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Gil, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. What's up, guys?
What's up, Raiders?
Hello, Raiders.
We are collecting some berries, doing some foraging.
Wait till you see this pie.
Yeah, wait till you see what this pie is gonna look like.
It's gonna blow your mind.
And heading towards the cassette room, but we don't need the cassette because we don't need to do 5B in this.
That's what you think.
Oh, please blow my mind. I'm dying to know.
I'm kidding.
I was hoping so.
Actually, this is probably the best thing for ARP, that you don't have to do Bub's drop.
True, but then you have ice skip.
Yeah, I'm excited to figure out what this ice skip is.
Oh, just
Wait, you
wait.
don't know ice skip?
I do not know ice skip, no.
Oh, Majama.
Should I read off?
Guy yourself.
Should I read to Majama what the description of it is?
Let's
Oh
wait
yeah,
for core. Let's wait for core.
do that.
All right, you ready for this, Majama?
I'm ready.
Okay, Ice Skip in core. Ice Skip involves a reverse hyper off of a fire core block into an ultra, followed by a bunny hop into a corner boost in the next screen, followed by another ultra in that same screen to launch yourself across a third screen and onto the wall with both of your dashes intact.
Okay. Saves 0.2 seconds.
No, it saves like 35 seconds over.
Wow. Okay, so extremely difficult, but extremely worth.
Yes.
Yes, there is, however, another type of ice skip as well that Tom is talking about that's much better. I'm not familiar with it, but I'm just starting to get into the all red berries phenomenon, so I will learn it all in time.
Big shout outs to both runners, EnigMatic, Xenoris, and Aquarium here for helping me out. They're all streamers, so check them out. Throw them a follow if you're not doing so already.
Please do. Support your local Celeste streamer.
Support your local Celeste streamer.
Local refers to the planet, doesn't it?
Yes.
Local meaning like on Earth.
All right, Enig is in Unraveling, which only contains one berry.
Wouldn't it be crazy if there was a berry you had to collect with the Seeker, like as the Seeker,
As the Seeker, that would have
in
been
like
interesting.
in like the Dream cutscene?
So there it is right there. You just get the Seeker to break that block, and you have the berry.
And so the rest of this level, or the rest of this section is just like normal.
Is
Any
it
percent.
Yeah, basically. But doesn't last too long. Then you'll have search.
Prof Neon, even a noob like me can get ice skip 50% of the time with a couple of hours practice.
Weird flex, but okay.
Just a few hours.
Just a few. So Enig is entering Search, which contains 6 berries. Along the line, we are going to need to collect a key because one of the berries is locked away behind a door.
These Seekers at any level of play still give you trouble.
Oh, yes, they absolutely give you
Yes.
trouble. There's so many of them that you have to deal with. One of them you have to, as Enig's doing right now, like, you have to let them follow you so you can break this block.
Whoa, demo
in order
dash?
to move
Threw some spikes there?
Demo dash. You love to see it.
If you guys are, if you ever see someone just dash through like a wall of spikes, that's called a demo dash. Takes advantage of like a small gap in the, I guess in the hitboxes of the spikes.
Yep, there's certain spots where a lot of like spikes or where a lot the spike hitboxes are set up in a certain way. Like they don't take up the entirety of the obstacle itself. So the way that they're positioned, there might be certain hitboxes that you can just take advantage of. Crouch yourself into a really small hitbox and get right through it. Search can give a lot of people heebie-jeebies, but credit to these runners, they're making it look like it's nothing.
Yeah, making it look very easy.
So as I was saying, right now, both runners have one key. So Xeno's going to be going across and making sure that that key does not enter one of the 2 doors that's in Search.
Yeah, this is the
Because
worst
then you'll
thing
have to go and
happen.
get another key.
Yeah,
it
so
happens way too
if
often.
it happens to like, if you get too close to a lock, the key is going to automatically try to unlock that door.
Exactly.
Oh, interesting.
Just key speed jerks. Opening doors.
Looks like EnigMatic with the slight lead here.
Just a slight lead, but I think a lot of runners will tell you that 5A Theo is bad, and so anything can happen in Theo in rescue.
Anik, how good is your 5FU?
Extremely inconsistent.
Okay, same.
I can lose
so,
a minute on it.
Exhibit A.
so maybe this is where the runs, where the race is coming down to. Oh, come on.
Are there any berries in here in this section?
There is one.
One berry, and it's the worst.
Oh, I see it.
It is locked behind that door, so you need to get the seeker over, or you could just do what Enig
Ooh.
did and not do that, and find your way in it.
Nicely done.
Sal says 5A Theo is good. That berry is shit though.
Hey, thanks, Hugh Tommy, for the follow.
Yo, Tommy, what's up? I know that guy.
I have seen that guy in your chat.
Exactly.
Tommy here to support Xeno.
Oh,
Supporting the local Celeste streamer.
Yeah, both players, really smooth stuff.
well, here it goes.
Well, commentator's curse.
Never ever say anything good about a run, because
Yeah.
then you will get karma on you.
Yeah, never say it's like smooth or you're not dying. That's the
Especially
worst thing
especially do not say that something is on pace.
to say. Immediately
Never ever say that.
make you mess up. Never say smooth again. That's right.
Yeah, never say smooth.
Especially don't say it's
it's approximately unlosable.
unlosable.
Everybody could send their energy over to Xeno as he finishes up 5A.
Yep, only one sketchy seeker screen left.
And then we have the sketchy eye screen. Which I don't think is... Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I'm pretty sure Theo, like, nonchalantly explains what all these eyes are. But, like, the big eye, I don't think is ever explained why it exists. Why it's so big and why it's doing this. Why it's the end of the temple.
We'll never
I think
know.
I think that's always been my biggest issue with Temple is that, or maybe I just haven't seen the cutscene in a very long time.
I mean, you played this game until this point and you still question things.
You're right.
We're gonna have to go back and do like a just watch all the cutscenes party.
Yeah.
Refresh the lore. We'll just do all the cutscenes in a row like a little movie.
I'll buy popcorn for that.
All the energy
All right.
coming in from the chat. Let's take a look at those journals and see what do we got, Carrie.
3541.643 from EnigMatic and a 3705.317 from Xeno.
Okay, about a minute and a half.
About a minute,
Minute
and
20,
a half,
yeah.
give or take.
Okay, good.
Alright, so reflection's just any percent. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
so this is where Xenor's is gonna gain his lead because he has an any percent time, 3 minutes faster
So
than mine.
there's zero
Oh, do
berries
I?
in reflection.
What's
That's what
your
you're telling me.
reflection PB?
What's your time?
I think I have a 650 something.
Oh. Yeah, maybe I can get some seconds here, but only if I play decently. And reflection is tricky.
It is.
So okay, just to be clear here, there are zero berries in reflection.
There are
Yeah,
zero
zero
berries in
berries in
reflection.
Wow.
reflection.
There
Okay.
is not a one.
Okay. Well, let's get it started then. Reflection begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
This is why a lot of top level runners do 6B, because there's none in there. And if your 6B is good enough to match your average, like, reflection, it's recommended to just do that because you'd save 20 seconds over getting the 2A heart. But that is entirely, but that's, according to a top level runner, and your 6B could be, if your 6B is 7 minutes, like, don't.
Leg skip on display here.
Ooh.
Xeno getting it done. Is there any explanation for why there are no berries in Reflection?
I
Branching
think it is
paths.
because reflection shall give you time to reflect, or shall give Madeline time to reflect.
Hmm,
So
Yeah.
no things in the way that can distract her.
I like that.
There are two kinds of people. NA gave like the game design answer, and Xeno gave the lore answer. But yeah, Enig said like branching paths because there's so many like top route and bottom route, and like if you go one way, you can't go back the other way. Like that makes a lot of sense.
Comet also chiming in, berries don't grow underground.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about berries to dispute that.
Exactly what I was thinking too. Any ground berries?
Are we underground though?
Someone Google ground berries.
So, fun little thing in that first screen with the Kevin block. If you do like an extended off of the Kevin block, you can squeeze yourself underneath those spikes and grab that block, have it fall so that the Kevin has one straight shot all the way to the end, and it saves a little bit of time.
Yeah, that's a great move.
It is a great move.
It's really fun.
Sal, if berries don't grow underground, explain my Minecraft underground berry farm.
Are there berries in Minecraft now?
Xeno going top route,
Nice. Top route alpha.
says you.
Says the guy with the slowest time here.
Bottom route beta here.
No, top route is, I believe, optimally faster. It's just,
You just have to be like really good.
and you have to be confident in like bumper boosts and being able to be fast enough to bounce yourself to the other side of them.
Geoduck says top route has an Omega curse strat.
Geo would know that.
I'm also really thankful to the devs that there's only a small section of underwater spiky navigation area in the
Yes.
whole game. It's just one tiny little section.
Cannot thank them enough.
It's so bad.
I read somewhere that originally the whole reflection level should be underwater.
Oh
They
my
changed
god.
that, thankfully.
No. Please no. Thankfully now we have mods so people can just do whatever evil they want.
Yeah.
Just entire underwater levels.
Great thing about water in the game is that you constantly get your dash refreshed in water, so even the parts in water that you do have, you can just consistently dash and get out of there as fast as you can.
Get your hey yas in chat. We're fighting, battling. Hey, Holly in the chat. What's up, Holly?
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello?
Please don't make water levels. People have tried and failed. Yes. I'm pretty sure no one wants water level. No one asked for it.
Oh, image.
Digestives has joined the inner circle for
Welcome.
5 months. For 5 months. Thank you, Digestives. Diggs, as we call her.
Ooh, some nice movement there by Enig. And also, the thing about like trying to do featherless is that it's very impressive when you realize you're not gonna get it and you're able to like on the fly discover it, like be like, oh okay, I'm just gonna have to get the feather then. Like, especially with how knowing that battle line is right there to attack you, like having the knowledge to be like, okay, here's where I have to be now, is very impressive.
Yeah, I'm like it's like a subtle thing, but I'm like super impressed by speedrunners when they're able to improvise on the fly. I think that's, for some reason, it's like more impressive than nailing your strat first tries. When I see somebody who like they clearly messed up and are able to just like maintain momentum and just like course correct because it happens.
I would agree with that. You can watch, if you look at any Twitch chat when someone makes quote unquote the saves, like,
Yeah.
a lot of people would probably agree with you.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yep.
What? How did that hit me?
Ooh. Xeno getting beamed.
Ugh.
My be streaming EnigMatic Poggers boy from Nam.
Hi, May.
What's up, May?
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello?
Xeno showing the what Smoke was saying earlier about feathers, where if you move it in certain, if you basically move it as little as possible at like very low angles, you can just get into another feather without a new
Like the animation?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
skip the
New feather animation. You skip the animation and it saves a little bit. It does completely change the timing and the routing for that particular screen, but it is faster.
Nice. Okay, both runners are through now. Nicely done.
Very nicely done.
Let's take a look at those journals before we get into the summit.
6:30 reflection from Xeno. Xeno, you were on pace. You were on some pace for a little bit of time there.
Yeah, I was until the last screen. Probably because of that one death at the end, I missed the 622. Could have been exactly 622, I guess.
622.
622. Enig with a nice amount of deaths right there. And making up Xeno making up 25 seconds is 42:37 on Enig's side to 43:36 on Xeno's side.
Wow. Okay, so 1 minute, just about 1 minute even.
1 minute going into Summit and then Core.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go.
anything can happen, I guess.
Summit is a massive. What'd you say? 46 berries in Summit.
47.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn it. I forgot that there was no postcard.
Oh, it's fine. Go ahead. Just whenever you're ready, drop into Summit then, guys. Forget the countdown.
Oh, okay.
Yep, all good.
I think you can
I was
wait.
gonna go for a bathroom break actually, but
Oh,
that's
Oh,
okay.
damn it.
It's okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
Just use that to
We
fuel
can
your
save it
speed.
if we really need the time.
I'm like, if it really helps, like we could just stop after 0 meters.
True.
Like,
It's
enter-
okay.
Okay.
Your health is more important, EnigMatic, please. If it becomes an issue, let us
Oh,
know.
so this is where you're going to start to see a lot
Oh
of branching
my
paths
lord.
in Summit. These little hidden berries.
Oh boy.
And
Okay.
they showing off a demo dash
Wow.
strat.
I thought that was a mistake.
Oh no, he was doing that entirely on purpose.
Wow.
It is very impressive. So there's 4 berries in 0 meters. These 3 that they've gotten are the first 3, and then this one's right here on this little screen, just chilling right above all those spikes. But that's not enough to stop from runners like these.
Do you want to save and quit after 0 meters?
Nah, it's okay. I'm good.
Just let us know ahead of time. We can do it at the end of any, obviously, at the end of any section. Plenty of speed school episodes I can show.
The tasty licks of Speed School.
Burnt Flightless Bird, what's the Summit all red berries individual level record?
Yeah, Tom seems to have it right. It's like 11 minutes or something, like a low 11.
That's a ridiculous time, by the way.
It is
Yeah.
rich.
Like, it's so good.
Almost faster than 90%.
11:27.
When you consider that at the GDQ where they showed off All Red Berry TAS, and I think the TAS was only like 9 minutes or something of that nature, like 9:30 or something. Like that is unbelievable to think of, considering how long like this level is, and also how optimized like that the route can be.
Considering that's a really good, pretty good time for any percent.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
What? That never happened before. Speaking of GDQ.
Oh
GDQ,
no.
just GDQ deaths.
So there is one last berry on this particular screen, and if you were casually playing it, you would never even think that it existed. But if you go towards that fire hydrant and go up, if you go
Secret.
right, there it is.
Secret berry.
Secret berry.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't think that you could go past that orb. You'd figure that's the end of the section.
Exactly. It's a cute little misdirect. Crichter in the house. Let's
What's
go.
up, Crichter?
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
Hey, Crichter.
So many screens that as any percent runner, I just haven't seen in so long.
I said, I was saying with people the other day, and I don't know if the runners would agree with me here, but like, All Red Berries, I feel, gives you the most appreciation for the game design as a whole.
Yeah,
Like-
I see
Yeah, I
that.
definitely agree with that.
Yeah, All Red Berries gives you, like, you have to interact with more of the map, and so I've grown to appreciate, like, first of all, the fact that the game was, like, made with the intention of being a speed game is, like, one thing, and you can definitely see that, but any percent doesn't give you the full experience of the map. All Red Berries gives you, like, most of the experience of the map, and it has made it that much more amazing of a game in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure somebody has the percentage, but I feel like in any percent, you're seeing like what, maybe 40% of the screens in the game or less, maybe. Seems like it'd be kind of low.
I would say that sounds right. Another little secret berry with the misdirect of the orb.
Hmm.
1,500 meters. I feel like this would be a tricky section.
Yeah, I still don't know how to do this fast.
There's some screens in 1500 for sure. You're gonna see one coming up right now with Enig. If you go down, there's two over here. One of which requires keys, the other which just requires some movement. But with a well-timed wave dash, you can kind of just
Nice.
blow right by most of these, no problem. The one disappointing thing about 1500 ARB is that you can't do the Ultra Strat in this room.
That is a fun strat.
It is a very fun strat that you have
Strat for this. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
The extremely fast strat for this room, like the top level strat for that room, is amazing as well, though.
I should look that up at some point. Gio says no Nero strat, people leave.
Sorry.
Never apologize for being yourself.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome in, guys. Welcome in, QB and Bjarki. What's up, guys?
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
QB, let's go. This berry that Enig's at is not, it doesn't seem super difficult, but you have to have a good knowledge of your dashes when you're doing it. And then with the well-timed wall bounds, you can make this winged berry pretty much nothing. Ooh, nice retry warp from Xeno there. I have not seen that one done before.
And Enig, first one to make it through.
Yes, we're going to be moving on to 2000, which in my experience has not... I don't really like a lot of these berries too much, but that's just personal opinion.
They're cool to watch, but hell to do.
Yeah, I think Matt the Man, if Matt the Man's still in chat, we were saying yesterday, 2000 is probably the most chokeable section.
Agree.
Yeah. Look,
We're gonna see the auto scroller skip here.
Any ass in chat?
Let's see
not
those
from
asses.
my side.
See those asses.
I don't know if
chat.
he can still hear, but screw the 2K vertical auto scroller berry.
Oh
It is-
yeah, this
it is-
one.
It's not the best.
That's an understatement.
Still making it look very easy.
Absolutely.
This next one is a winged berry, and if you time your dashes right, you don't even have to take the intended strat.
When the runners are so fast that like you can't even commentate on what's happening.
Yeah, you have to just be like,
oh,
this
well.
is usually hard, but not in this
Yep.
this particular instance.
I was gonna talk about it, but they're already done. So
And there's that seeded berry that Enig did with some well-timed dash management. You can pretty much make that berry less trouble than it is. Ooh, any demo dashes? I forget that demo dash strat exists.
It is way easier than it looks. Please, everyone, try it.
And
And it looks really cool.
Console runner. Ooh, it's fine.
I thought you had the PC version now, Carrie.
Yeah, I'm just giving. I'm giving my Nintendo Switch some more love before I eventually say goodbye to it. I was also liking it the other day of like, you know, that band that has like one or two songs that it's like well known for, and they just expect to like have to play it at every single show.
Yeah.
It feels that way as a console runner sometimes.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like, I'm a console runner, so I have to give people the console content.
Yeah. Understand. Yep, I get it. You don't have to throw away your Switch, by the way. You can.
I'm not.
can- you
There's
can
still
keep
plenty
it.
of games out there that I still have to give time to. Once I started playing Celeste, that was a lot of my games got unfortunately ignored. I think I'm at
Yeah.
about I'm gonna say like 1,100 hours in
Wow.
Celeste at this point.
Wow.
What, 1100?
Yes.
That's insane.
It is an amazing game.
It's a pretty good game, yeah. Okay, Xeno.
It's worth spending that many hours.
Xeno now just entering. Where are we now? 20,
We're at
2000?
2500.
2500?
Yes.
There's a few berries up in this area where Enig's at. I believe 2 of them. Ooh, that's a good strat. I am totally not taking notes, Enig. I'm just letting you know.
Matt the Man, 500 hour gang. That's a good question. Any Celeste players in chat? How many hours? Put your hours in chat. I think I have like 350 or something.
Oh, I should look it up, shouldn't I? I should probably find out what that actual number is.
Prof 374, Geo at 600, Toluo 450 or so, Holly 770.
My main file says 287, but I had to redo it because I deleted my main file before.
Cricker 1900, Comet
Dang,
1200.
Fricker.
Okay, slow down. It's too fast now. I can't read. Joma V for 100. I think Quadbanger said he had 5 hours. 70 hours. Plenty of people have like 3,000 hours plus. Holly, 600 reminder for making mods. Yeah, I figured that.
That makes sense.
Holly is an absolutely legendary mod maker. Everyone go follow Holly.
My play activity says played for 895 hours or more.
Oof.
Wow.
I'm adding
That's
a few. I'm adding a few hours onto that. So Enig in 3,000 meters. I think maybe not the most difficult berries, but they're up there. especially when you consider the drafty areas. Some of the strats get a little bit difficult.
And another thing to remember, guys, this is not the end of the run here. Usually Summit is where we finish things out, but there's a little something more in store here at the end here for you. Little something, just a little something.
A little something. We will finish up Summit with 170 berries, and we'll still have 5 more to go. But we're still going to see a hella good pie out of Madeline.
Geo says, let's hope no one chokes Ice Skip.
That would never happen.
Impossible.
Who would choke Ice Skip?
Jake, I didn't say that Summit Arb was bad. I said it was probably hard.
Yeah, it's incredibly hard, but very fun.
I like Summit Arb. It's or like 3K Arb. It's just some of the strats are a bit difficult, especially when a lot of them are based around wind. So a difference in strats here. Xeno taking it safe and getting the checkpoint at flag 23, whereas Enig did a strat to skip it entirely. Thankfully, he was able to get the berry on the first try, but shows a little difference in strats that there's multiple different ways to do this.
Hey, what's up, Lazy Potato?
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello?
Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for being here. By the way, this is the season opener of the Moonberry Cup. Exclamation point moon in chat if you're interested. This is a pretty casual set of leagues here for runners who all you need is an any percent time of around an hour, and we're gonna have a match for you. Yeah, so open to pretty much everybody. This is the first event of the second season. And we have about 80 runners in any percent, and some of those do other categories, like you can see in here a showcase for all red berries.
I will actually, for anybody who's interested in running all red berries, Bubbai has this available on his Twitch account, but there is a GitHub for berry mechanics and otherwise for running this category.
Amazing guide.
It's a very, very good guide.
Yeah, if you can, if you want to link it. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Carrie.
No worries.
Bubbai made the ARB Bible. Sickly Jack throwing down. Carrie, when we racing ARB?
Let me make sure that all of my practice has gone into something good, and then we'll talk. Jake, Sickly Jack has a 59-minute ARB.
Wow, nice.
So
give it up.
We're not quite there yet.
God gamer Jake.
Yes, Jake, very, very good. Enig finishing up 3,000. 14 minutes, 56 seconds. That
nice.
is a very good ARB, I would say. Xeno doing a safe strat by getting flag 3, going for this final berry in Summit. With all the spikes that are around, it is a very good idea.
Sorry, guys. Just trying to reboot the bot and see if that helps. I don't know why it's not working right now. Okay, there we go. Both runners are through.
There we go.
Let's take a look at those. I'm curious to see what the times are now.
I'm sure Enig probably ran to the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
That is correct.
Good call.
I might go as
Look
well.
at that eye.
Give me a second.
Wow. It was really
What a
fast,
good
but that was a
pie.
good looking pie. Let's actually take a second here. Well, we got the journals open. Xeno, if you could open your journal. Are you still there, Xeno? Is everyone bathroom
probably-
breaking?
I think he probably took the same advice.
Okay, let's do it. I'll do a quick speed school then, before we continue on here. Everyone appearing in chat now because I rebooted the bot. So we're gonna be hearing a lot of appearing noises. Let's see which one. Okay, this is actually a brand new speed school episode. So let's watch together.
Hello, my name is Neon, and today I will be teaching you about the movement technique known as a super dash. A super dash, also known as a super or dash jump, is the combination of two simple inputs, a forward dash, then a jump in quick succession. After the forward dash, you can jump at any time during the dash to turn it into a super dash, such as here where I jump immediately after dashing,
Alright, I'm back.
and here
Oh,
where
yeah,
I jump
jump.
late into the dash.
Yes, we are doing a nice little.
If the jump button is held down, the
Speed
super
school.
dash will have more height, like this. If the jump button is let go early, the super dash will instead have very little height and distance, like this. That's all there is to it. You now know how to super dash.
Thank you, Prof. Neon, for that episode of Speed School. And now that we're both runners are back, it looks like I missed the times there. Xeno has a 59:27.
59:27, and Enig was at, I want to say it was either 57:34.
Okay.
So we're at about 2 minutes, but you know we have 5 berries. 2 of them are reasonably difficult, so still can go any which way.
Okay. Let's go. So now we're gonna take a look at core. Let's get started. When it's core time. Xeno, you need to click one more time to get to the climb screen,
yeah.
and then I'll count us down.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Core begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
So for anyone who is perhaps not used to seeing core, the main mechanic with core is that you're going to lose your dashes along the way. Every time you enter a new screen, you'll have your 2 dashes, and then as you use them, you're going to only have the one. They don't reset until you enter the next room. So there's going to be a lot of dash optimizations, and there's going to be a lot of interesting things that they're going to be doing. Now, we're going to be coming up to the ice skip very shortly.
Here we go. Get hype. Ice skip time.
Yes. So, intended route is to go very far right and reset everything to cold so you can go all the way left. But if you just do this, you die. But if you do it the proper way, then you can just skip all of that, and it saves 35 seconds over the intended route.
So as long as it doesn't take you 35 seconds to do it. There we go. Was that it? EnigMatic got it?
Looks like it.
Nice.
Still gotta get the berry though. Got it. It requires a lot of insane amounts of inputs, but yeah, if it takes you about 5 tries or so, you basically break even.
So yeah, it looks like you're getting like a little corner boost off that first corner there.
Yep, reverse. So the one they're doing is a reverse hyper off of the core block, so it's just yeeting you left. You do an ultra, bunny hop into a corner boost on the next screen. Then you do another ultra, and you'll get that dash crystal. So you're entering that screen with 2 dashes. This is the other berry I was talking about. It can be very finicky, and basically feel like you're playing pinball over here. But berry 172.
Well.
Well,
Oh, wow. This is the worst. when you actually get it, but then don't.
Oh, there we. Oh. Xeno is causing chat, I think, physical pain at this point.
It's not his fault.
I mean, it kind of is. Like, there was a time when I ran ARP more, where I could get this semi-consistently, but now...
Please let me white knight for you. Like...
Okay, you know what? Guys, this is how you do it the intended way.
Thank you for showing us the intended route, Xeno.
Yeah.
And you'll see why that skip saves so much time.
Yeah. Ooh. Actually,
What
I'm
are
not quite
these
sure
things?
if I know how to do the ice version of the berry. I haven't done it in so long.
So I have a question. Is the run over when you collect the last berry, or do you have to
No.
finish the level?
Nope, you still have to finish the level.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I probably could have mentioned that at the very beginning, but once you get the 175th berry, and then you still finish up and get the cassette and the heart. So it ends at the end of the chapter.
Okay, I see.
And as you can see, this takes ages. Wait, I need a dash. I still need a dash. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not even comfortable with doing ice berry. What?
The Kevin of Kevin Block fame is on record as saying that ice skip was never intended for all red berries. There was the intent to skip over that section for like casual play, or for like maybe ILs or otherwise any levels that use just going through that fire section, the little fireballs.
Mm-hmm.
But what Enig did for ice skip was never intended.
Wow. I love to see it. You love to see speedrunners breaking games.
You really do.
You love to see it.
So something we didn't mention on the way to Berry 172, but you do have to go into the screen that Xeno's on to change it to ice, in order to break what would be a fire barrier here, in order to get to this room in general and get this berry. And then again, we play pinball for a little bit of time.
I don't know what it is about like bouncing off the ice. What are these even called? Ice fireballs?
I don't have a name for them. Also, GG on Enig.
GG, Enig.
GG.
Well done.
103.27.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice indeed.
It's so sad. I was gonna say it's just like it's so satisfying bouncing off these ice guys. I don't know why. It's just like very gratifying to do. Ice puffs? Yeah, I don't know. Ice balls? Could be ice balls. Fireball, ice ball. Makes sense. Okay, guys, all the energy. Send all your energies to Xeno here as he wraps it up.
There's some really good movement in this section of core. This is where you'll see a lot of like the most dash optimizations and see some routes that you would never really expect otherwise.
Look at that pie.
That is a pie.
I like how Oshiro's just losing his mind
right?
over this pie.
But you have to wonder, considering that there's been no one working in that resort for God knows how long, when's the last time you actually saw food?
True.
mean, we don't go through a kitchen, as far as I'm aware.
There has to be one.
There should be one. They don't show one in the resort.
I mean, do ghosts even eat? These are the real questions.
And this is the last berry here.
There it is, 175.
Just do a little bounce off of that block and you can get on through it.
It's pretty amazing when you consider, like, how long it would take someone just casually playing to get all the berries. It's kind of like,
Oh, absolutely.
you know,
Like, I didn't even collect all of the red berries until a couple of months ago when I realized I
Yeah.
still hadn't gotten all of them yet.
same, yeah.
So, like,
I'd already been, like, speed running, and I'd done all the B's and C sides and farewell, and it's like, you know what, let's go back and get the berries. Why not? That's another thing about this game, and you know, one of the many reasons that, you know, this whole community exists, and the reason people love it so much is there's so much content, there's so much replayability. You saw before when we were asking people how many hours they had, hundreds of hours, as many hours as you want, basically. It's like unlimited amounts of content.
yeah.
And not only with just speedrunning, because speedrunning any game, obviously, you can take it as far as you want to take it, but just even the Goldenberry challenges are something that they're challenging enough to where, like, 202 berries is a significant challenge, where, like, not many people have it. I think it's probably less than 50 people in the world have it. I could be wrong.
Cassette room bad, by the way.
Yes.
Cassette room bad.
Worst cassette room in the whole game. If y'all want to disagree with me on that, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
But-
Holly says
I
even more
won't
content when
disagree
you
with
mod. Yeah, because of modding, it's literally unlimited content now.
Well, and you also have to consider, even if you just have, like, say you have like the console like me, even before I got the PC version, like, you eventually unlock variant mode, and then you can still play the game however you want with variants. So you can still put so many hours into it without ever having to do a modded level.
That's
That
very
being
true.
said,
Yeah.
Please play modded levels because the modding community is amazing.
Yep, you can give yourself, you know, unlimited dashes and see how good you can do there, and not only that, but just, like, again, in praise of the devs, all the accessibility features and stuff that they put into the game. I mean, yeah, it's fair to say that we all really like the game.
It's okay.
It's a really good game. GG to both runners.
GG.
GG.
Xeno,
GG's.
before we went live, you said that your PB was a bit different than that listed because I think you got a recent PB.
Yeah, it was a 1-7.
I just
So-
want to point out that if it wasn't for Ice Skip, Xeno was on really good pace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heartbreaking,
Yeah,
heartbreaking ice
mean,
skip. Yeah.
You all saw my core, and it's still a sub 110, so everyone can do it, really.
Oh, totally. I just wanted to, like, shout out that you were actually, like, you were on very good pace. It's just that Ice Skip, as we were saying all day, is a very fickle mistress. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, it's
I've lost
especially
countless runs to ice skip.
especially tough to have a skip like that. Like, it almost couldn't be any later in the run. You know, like if you have something early on and you know, you end up having to reset a few times or something. But to have something at the very end like that, that's really could make or break if you get stuck on it is really difficult.
Yeah, that's true.
So thank you guys so much. A really extremely challenging category that both these runners made look really easy. Thank you so much for being part of the Moonberry Cup.